Hello, welcome back. Today we'll be playing part 3 or episode 3 of our playthrough of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Again, just like every other episode, if you're easily disturbed or you're sensitive to a lot of sensitive topics such as thoughts of depression and or suicide, I would advise you to not watch this video as it could be triggering to some. But without further ado, let's continue where we left off. Poem. Because the last episode we read all of them. These two got into a fight. Purple hair and pink. Forgive me, I am not good at names whatsoever. But here we go. Part 2 of the poem creation. Destiny, kawaii, flying, infallible, music, hair, prayer, sparkle, happiness, and ocean. I think we had Destiny on the first poem reading or writing. So let's go with happiness. It's always a good thing. Incongruent, whisper, broken, party, clumsy, vacation, sugar, shame, kitty, bed. Probably clumsy, because I feel like a lot of us can relate to that with like some mishaps we do. Not a bad thing, but sometimes we can come off it. Tears, philosophy, candy, electricity, judgment, cheeks, uncanny, incapable, question, giggle. I think we also had a question on the last one too, but I want to probably go with tears. Because sometimes like a good cry can really help you out. Because especially these days, we hold back a lot of our own like true feelings. So I want to go with tears. Because even like when you're in a shower or just in your room by yourself, sometimes you just need to let it out. So let's go with tears. Lipstick, imagination, awesome, heaven sent, wonderful, charm, kiss, breathe, play, cheer. Probably imagination, because without it, nothing really can happen without imagination. Imagination can also be, again, that escape we all need. And just thinking about other things, we could just go off into our own little world in our head. I don't consider that a bad thing. Especially with overthinkers. That would be kind of a questionable territory, because when you overthink, you tend to think about things that aren't necessarily true, and that can kind of hinder your forward thinking like momentum, because you're afraid of a lot of things. So let's go with imagination. Socks, agonizing, puppy, fester, whirlwind, unrestrained, portrait, milk, aura, variance. Nothing wrong with a good pair of socks. Agonizing, that's just like dreadful. A puppy, it's cute and happy and childlike. Like we all should have that childlike imagination to us. It's not really hindered by the world. So puppy. Pink, after image, pout, frightening, dream, disoriented, meander, passion, insight, eternity. Eternity's a heavy one, because that's just forever. Frightening. I kind of like frightening, because it's everything we do in life is frightening. And it's kind of like without those fears, we don't really succeed or go through. It's only when we conquer them and kind of see them as not as what they are, we kind of progress in our lives. So let's go with frightening. Uncontrollable, bunny, nature, grief, marshmallow, nibble, joy, ambient, vacacious, and sadness. I kind of like ambient, because, again, I think we have this word on the last poem. I had the same reason. So I'd probably pick something else. Let's go with joy. Joy is always nice. Essence, bubbles, shiny, lollipop, death, adventure, extreme, vibrant, crimson, memories. I would probably go with memories because even when things are bad, sad, something happened with a friend, a loved one, significant other, you always have the memories to cherish. Even when things are grim, you can always think back to happier times. Email, hurt, sensation, lazy, waterfall, cage, special, clouds, skirt, silly. This is easy. Special. So we're all special in our own way. And we're all different. We can't really compare ourselves to anyone else because it's just who we are. Rain, cloud, together, graveyard, summer, tragedy, chocolate, defeat, unending, promise, horror. Maybe this one might just be a personal thing, but rain cloud, something about rain, just like thunderstorms and stuff, is so beautiful. And you can just listen to the sounds of it happening, and it just it adds ambience, and you just hear it as melodic. It's not scary, but sublime almost. Bouncy, extraordinary, beauty, lucky, secretive, pain, inferno, papa, warm, peace. Let's go with secretive, because we all have our secrets and things that make us us, but you can't always tell people that, and that's why we keep it inside. But when you meet the right people or the right person in your life, sometimes sharing these secrets can be another gateway to conversation that can lead to strengthening bonds. Sticky, playground, Doki Doki, calm, intellectual, explode, COVID, sunny, friends, disarray. I really don't know which one to pick. Disarray is a little grim. Sticky is, well, sticky. Explode, it's kind of a bad thing. They're related to emotions and you like holding them in until you just burst, you know? And I don't like that thought. Friends, again. They're your family that you get to pick. Embrace, universe, marriage, nightgown, anxiety, shopping, games, spinning, landscape, hopeless. Maybe anxiety, because we all suffer from it in some way, shape, or form, especially the modern civilization that we have. Even older people that we know in our lives, they just didn't know, they didn't really have a word for it. But now we kind of all have this anxiety, if it's school, life, the fears of succeeding or failing and stuff, to apply for a job or to talk to this person that's sitting next to you. This anxiety eats us all up in some way, shape, or form, in some capacity. Dark, raindrops, fireflies, comfort, bliss, loud, contamination, unrequited, entropy, and childhood. Let's go with raindrops again, follow the rain cloud. Swimsuit, heartbeat, fun, atone, tenacious, massacre, depression, twirl, pure, blanket. Another grim one I would probably say is, I'll probably pick depression. In some way, shape, or form, we all go through a time of great sadness in our lives, and sometimes we think that we'll be stuck in that forever, and there's no hope. but everything, and I'm not going to say everything happens for a reason, but sometimes when you're in a depression, you kind of just, and when you're in that state, it's just so hard to feel anything else besides that deep sadness. So just know things do get better. I can attend to that because I have been depressed many times. Life has looked like I won't go anywhere, or my classes are too much to handle. Life is getting too much to handle. I'm losing friends, people I care, people I love. Things just aren't going your way, but you just don't feel any hope that it will or could get better. Please believe me that it does. It can take days, weeks, months, maybe even years, like in my case. And I know that's a lot of time, but I hope one day we all can just look back at some of these troubling times and reflect on where we were and what we have now, things we can be grateful for, things that are actually good, people that are in our lives, things that have gone our way. So we just harp on the negatives. We can never see the beauty in the life that we do have, even if it's just that going in a store and that one person said hi to you, someone showed you kindness, you beat that level in the game you've been trying so hard to do, you got to see a friend you haven't seen in a while. It's these little things, these little nuances in life that we kind of have to just never take for granted, especially in these days and stuff. A simple hug is kind of hard to get now, but things are getting better. And at one point, the situation that the world is in kind of didn't seem like it was going to get better, but look at us now. We're kind of doing it. Probably gonna pick depression here. How did she jump? I don't like that. Oh my goodness. Suicide, misery, feather, lust, existence, vertigo, sunset, hope, vivid, Valentine. Oh my goodness. Let's go with existence, because we're all alive and we all have a purpose in some way, shape, or form. We exist for something, but we have to find that something, and I guess that's the game of life. Holiday, vanilla, disaster, pleasure, wrath, time, sweet, romance, parfait, hop. I'm going with romance because if you've ever been in a situation, even if you're the shyest person or the most stoic person where your emotions are really attuned to how you go about life, if you had a chance of romance, it can be the most heartbreaking thing you ever deal with or ever experience, but it's also one of the most beautiful things that you know can hurt you, but yet you want to have it again. Maybe not now, but if you ever had that chance of romance, you know what I'm talking about. Strawberries, fluffy, climax, analysis, cute, poof, color, infinite, rainbow, amazing. Let's go with amazing, because you all listening right now, watching me play this game, thank you. You are all amazing. Alone, forgive, empty, jumpy, melancholy, love, determination, fulgent, cry, captive. Let's go with love. Or determination. You can love something but not be determined to continue with it. Determination is really the push that gets you to things. So I'm going with determination. Skipping, smile, misfortune, disown, boop, excitement, precious headphones family fireworks. I'm going with headphones. Sometimes you just need to zone out your own world, listen to your favorite songs, and escape for a little bit. Maybe just to block out the noise. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Sayori was the one that jumped with depression. That is sad, man. Hi, server muted. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to being in this club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyways. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and let the contents spill out on the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did he even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan on conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri coming from the back, laughing. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in the book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell server muted to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after putting a mischievous little stunt like that, you're suffering and it's fair enough retribution. I thought you wasn't listening, Miss Yuri, but here you are, chiming in. Some people are just shy, and some people that are shy listen to a lot of things. I remember when I was growing up, I was able to hear it. I also have very sensitive ears, so even if I'm just minding my own business doing work, I heard all the conversations that everyone would be having. Kind of scary in a way, because I always knew about things, even situations I wasn't a part of. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. Sayori laughing yet again. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. As do I. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right though. I did something bad and I'd accept the retribution. That still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Sorry, laughing once again. I don't want to do this because I sound really awkward when I do it. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Oh, come on. Give me more credit than that, Sayori. Laughing yet again. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbled up onto the desk. Ow. What was... A cookie. Sure enough, a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Natsuki laughing and smiling. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open a wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hands in her mouth. I bit my tongue. Oh no. Natsuki started laughing. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Wow, yours look really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah. Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Laughing again. Sayori gets out of her seat and get behind Natsuki, and then wrap her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in her hand, Natsuki reaches up and nudges Sayori off her chest. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Laughing maliciously. Mouthful of Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monika is in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Well, that's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. You didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Oh, never mind that. What held you up anyways? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. Laughing again. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware that you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kinda just started recently. I have always wanted to learn piano. It seems like she's covering up, which is my assumption. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. Oh, I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Sir Muted. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. Even though you said you just started and you're not that good. But yet, you have all this practice. Interesting. And I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. I mean, I guess going back to our writing of the poem, secretive. We all have our secrets that we like to keep to ourselves. Maybe this is one of her many secrets. Maybe. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous espionage. I'm sure Natsuki would end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somewhat already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back in her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Server muted. Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm going to get some supplies from another classroom. Would it come with? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival is coming up. Me and Monica were already making posters and stuff, so I need to find some crayons, marker, glue sticks. Ah, I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay. Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Sarah Muted to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'll be happy to go with them. Ooh, she's getting in between. Aw, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Server Muted? Yep, let's go. Sayori and I exit the classroom, well, club room. I follow by Sayori, hums just skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to a mall or something. Sayori finds pleasures in the simplest things sometimes, and that is what you need to do. It's just examine life around you as a whole. You can really get a good grasp of, you know, the good things in life. Not really harping on a lot of the bad stuff. So take the time and just breathe a little bit. See the world. Hey, Sayori. What exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of the literature. Sayori starts laughing again. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yup. We're going to do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone is going to take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. I would literally freak out. I am not a fan of public speaking. And people always talk about how I speak too. Not negatively, but it would just be very hard for me to just look at people and hear what they had to say about it. That sounds terrifying. Yes, me. That sounds absolutely dreadful. I don't want to experience that. I don't even want to attempt to think about how that would sound or go about. Kind of dull? Sarah, mute it. You're not thinking about it in the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poems, like, between my feet. The last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moments between my fingers. But to what ends, I summon this joy. For now, when I look at every direction, the once prosperous field before me, it is but a barren wasteland. Like that. Sayori? How do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. Yeah, she's pouting. You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know. I know. I just mean that is pretty unordinary. I just meant that is a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Did I just call her cute? Don't say it, that's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around the hallway again. Hey, server muted. This classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I spent time with Sayori like this. When in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hold myself up to the room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings out a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us entered the classroom. Sayori head straight into the classroom as I follow. Both closet as I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons. Sayori pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too. They're kind of dirty though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out the box, reading the color's name. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find. Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the post-it paper. Oh, I dropped one by accident. Smack. Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right against the shelf. She falls to the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow! You okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Gee, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori's sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull. Pull her up out of the closet. You have to move your hand, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. Sayori slowly releases her hand from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow. Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Server muted. Where would we even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pass Sayori on the shoulder and run out to the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? Doesn't really matter since I'll be using it as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and using the other to clumsily scoop the crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sorry, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori placed the bottle against her bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it, it will feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, server muted. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? Yeah? What do you mean? You know, I used to play outside all the time. I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would hurt myself. I'll fall and scrape myself or get a bump. And I would start crying really hard. Laughing. And you would rush over as quick as you could. And you would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blame yourself or were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know. Did I really do that? Yeah. You don't remember. Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I always focus on my games that I didn't pay much attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably would have hit your head. Server muted. I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years, you're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Sarah admitted it. I'm so glad nothing has changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever. If I'm honest with myself, there's no telling where we'll each end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair to make any promise. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can imagine you ever changing. My hopes are up. I'm so happy. Zoe has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside, but when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should be going back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know. Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead right away. And if I hide it under my bangs. Sayori hops on her feet. She clutched her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast that they're hurting yourself. Ooh. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try to hide with the bump. Without much success, in a moment we make it back into the club room. You're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start sharing our poems. Sayori, your forehead. She's fine. Don't worry about it. I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into a shelf. Well, anyway. Were you able to find everything we needed? I have it right. Sayori frantically glanced around herself. I forgot all the stuff. Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found a poster paper too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Surfer muted. Well, Sayori. I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In that case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? I guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closely tight, I return to my seat. Who should I share my poem with first? Let's go with Sayori, since I was already with her. Server muted. I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything. But your poem is so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so. No way. Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think that is that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's been a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Wow, that's really an interesting line. My character's probably not really thinking about what I'm saying, but that's very flirtatious in a way. Well, stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write a poem about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure, even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah. I guess what I'm saying is I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. Eh? I don't know if I understand. Sorry. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head. Hey, I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sayori stands fiddling with a pencil between her hands. Hey, server muted. Will you give me your poem? I kinda want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because... well, it's the first time you ran something for me. Nervously laughing. I'm freaking out apparently. Sarah, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Nervously laughing once again. Sigh. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Snap. Ah. I broke my pencil. Sarah hastily bends down to pick up the piece that she dropped, but being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumped right into me. Sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Zuri clutches the desk beside her and supports herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Nervously laughing. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arms and help her sit in the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. I pop off the scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kitties. I reach inside with my thumbs and forefingers and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, in a bottle, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight of amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes the bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams, friends after friends, more bottles, deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelves could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I opened up and in comes my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after another, holding them out, each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in shards all over my floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap. Wait, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, and you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit. Writing is like magic. I'm pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. I don't like how she said that. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sari's always had a bit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it, so no more than a week later, I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing her passion in her eyes make it hard for me to be pessimistic. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's go with Yuri. Let's see what you written for today. Well done, server muted. Your skills is already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. Huh? It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things that you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable the reader to see your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly interesting. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have an example of that if you'd like to read it, of course. So this is the poem you wrote for today. Yuri nods her head and timidly hands me her poem. Oh man. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my suspicions well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of the cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off the cutting knife. Then the very same light that glistens in the eyes of the raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotion onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken a following to me. You could say that we gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon slowly shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlov conditioning. I slice the bread and I feel myself again. I was a little daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what's this poem about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way I feel for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so sometimes I enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. And poems should be more fun, should make fun of me. Oh, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, server muted? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. That's the thing, we are all different. We can't just... It's really hard to express ourselves fully all the time, but we can't just hide what we really think. We really have to find the people, and even as herself, accept people as who they are, different individuals with their own stories and their own ways of thinking. So you have to just be more kind to more people. That's what I always say. So it's a good thing to accept people as they are. Maybe you'll find something about yourself that you enjoy or like to do, because in this world we're living in, individuality is more important than ever to stand apart, especially in the youth. But with these individualities, if you're not a part of the overall group, it becomes hard to feel like you're being accepted by all. And I guess that's the downfall of it, where you're afraid of showing who you are, but you don't want to conform or lose your true sense of self, if that makes sense. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I haven't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Always a good thing to be a good listener. Let me get something to drink to quench my throat. I guess I have to go with Nasuki. My throat feels much better now. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Phew. Huh? Phew. What? Well, anything that isn't a trend wreck, I'll take it as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad you recognize my experience. Well, then keep practicing. Maybe you'll be good as me someday. That's let me tell Suki completely missed the point. Gonna think of it. This kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone be fluffy, spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary, but think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away, letting go of a balloon. You could say we each care for each other. You can say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world would be better off without spider lovers. I'm gonna tell everyone. This seems like a personal reflection on herself, especially with her hiding her manga collections in a closet. Maybe she feels like people don't want to be her friends because they find it weird. Maybe she feels like people hate her, even though she's good at cooking, maybe singing. Her desserts everyone loves, but she likes manga, and that's not okay with everyone. It's weird. But, maybe. Guess we have to find out more about her. You fully get the picture. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyways, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Anyway, well, like anyone would agree with the subject of this poem, is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's all about how everyone thinks mine. Called it. That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'll make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? Case in point, the only thing that matters if it doesn't affect you, then why should you care? Why should you belittle someone just because you find something they do weird? Is it hurting you? Nope. Does it hurt anyone else? Nope. Then why do you open your mouth about it? Just accept people who they are. It doesn't hurt. But if you judge someone for what they find happiness in, then it hurts, you know? Just be kind. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh? That's funny. Yuri wrote about this something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about unusual hobbies of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those feelings. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Suki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who makes me feel insecure. Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it sounds like she learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message of your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotion is important, but I want to make people think it's not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Oh my goodness, my voice is really getting shot. Who should I show my poem to next? Last but not least, Monica. Hi again, Sir Muted. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy for that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure. Here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. It's pretty good. Makes me think of Sayori. Like the other one you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy. It's just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, but Yuri and Asuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid of them. Don't be afraid to give them share of time. Am I reading that correctly? So don't be afraid to give them their share of time. There we go. And you can talk to me every now and then too. I'm not like unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just getting used to being here is all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyways, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, and I hope so, and I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveform, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with the space of the paper. Choosing where and how I space the words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Laughing. Sometimes asking what the poem's about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected happens. Wait, is this even a tip about right? They just broke the fourth wall. What the heck? They were talking to me, not my character there. That's... It's interesting. What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so everyone could come sit in the front of the classroom. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really do something for the festival? It's not like we can really put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That concerns me as well. I don't really do well in last minute preparation. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Zari has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for this event. Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about this already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're all going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during this event. But the cool part is, we're going to let anyone else come up to recite poems too. Zari's putting it on all of the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Laughing again? Zari, who's been coloring the poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Yeah, well, I did. Do you really think it's a bad idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Nasuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Nasuki and Yuri have never shared their poem with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask of them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I I kind of overlooked that. I guess I kind of... Oh. So, I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each of us put on a good performance, then we'll inspire others to do the same. And the more who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others, to inspire them to find same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it takes, and if all of it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Both nervously, Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sorry, look worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri just dejectedly glances around at everyone else expect faces. Sorry, I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to be practicing reciting them in front of the classroom. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do we expect you to do it in front of the stagers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start it off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now everyone, let's see. Monica flips through her notebooks to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each of the lines she recites, bringing the words to life. This is something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smile. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Huh? Yuri, fired up all of a sudden. Yuri closes her sheet of paper between her hands and stands up, keeping her head down. She walks quickly over to the podium. This poem's called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of the Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed in her book. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in the structures that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back to reality and glances around as she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me after, gives Yuri gives her the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't applaud for her, but we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. We applaud. Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rests back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. So Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Ah, sorry I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're just reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or your own head. It's your poem, so it would come out best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins reading her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery as Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read it on my own, I wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost give it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori means when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone as I thought I would, as I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finished and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Sayori made it like did it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where the sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a bit more. We don't have that much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before server muted. It's not like I compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let server mute lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Suki? It's fine. Might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyways. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about that so much. I think it's less about your ability and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that will improve over time though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, this poem is called Jump. Suki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's in Suki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, and if given life to the poem, Suki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of others will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have that much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming though. It might be hard, but I hope you all have the ideal of what it's like now. Make sure you pick up the poem and get enough practice for the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting on all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's just try write more poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far. I'd like to continue that. As far as the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend prepared. Monday is a big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori or Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and then impress Monica, then I have to try my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. Let's be nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, sir. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot has been already changed. But today, Sayori's a little more quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. Huh, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well... Oh my goodness. Obviously, Sayori likes me, but Sayori's also very quiet and shy, and I would love to help her. But I don't know. I don't like this. I want to say I will walk on with Yuri, but I still want to walk with Sayori. Yuri's not here, so me answering with Sayori wouldn't be a bad thing because I'm directly talking to her, and I should make her feel good, right? Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Huh? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you already seem to really like going home together. Wouldn't it ruin that for you? You're so silly, Serenity. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it too. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it to. So Sayori, I already made up my mind. I really can't figure out sometime. Sorry. Besides, there's a point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Conversation trails off. It's kind of weird for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Exactly. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Whew. This was a long episode, so I thank you for your time as always. So thanks for watching. Please leave a like, comment. Let's start a conversation in the comment section. And I'll see you all later this week for another episode. So again, thank you. Goodbye.